State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. His first look is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Rosen. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Ball up to the 35 now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. From the gun, McMillan, quick slant, caught by Moore. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, McMillan. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
first and 10. McMillan spots Henderson open left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That first down completion only netted him 3.
All right, now,
Second and 7.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. McMillan. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Should clearly bounce out, man.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll run it here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And that'll be incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Cole. That'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Here we go now.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back.
319. 319.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play. Holding him with no gain.
Patriot. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McMillan buying time to his left. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st down, McMillan throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
From the gun, McMillan. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, Working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
56, lucky 56.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Looking to throw. McMillan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Rosen. He completes it to Westbrook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third?
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Back to throw. McMillan. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Nothing on the screen.
Fighting through that, bro.
It's third down.
Brandon just might fit under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Another game, bro.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it in.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcel Darius able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now it's Rosen.
Ooh-wee!
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tim Williams in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Black 99 Philly, here we go! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun!
Throwing on first down. McMillan. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
On first and 10, McMillan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And he'll be brought
Definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Give him 53 yards on the ground. He was able to set the edge on the left side, and the O-line able to set the edge well, too, on that side. They did a good job blocking out in front.
And you and I both know there's only a set amount of blockers that can be out in front. But didn't it feel like there was double on that play to open up the path?
Now a play fake here on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun. McMillan steps away to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. As his guys are in for 6. And the Ravens are in for 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Green 39! Green 39!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
No, check, Patriot!
Rosen will throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now Rosen on first down. He's got him in. It's Corey Coleman. And he's got this down to the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half.
He says we leave it at 2.
Set. 3-19.
Yo, chill, bro.
And now it's Rosen looking long for Westbrook. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing.
Not nice.
I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
No.
Love you.
Oh, you not. Chill, son. Oh, you not.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Yeah, yo, it's 130. It's 126.
Hurry up, here we go.
126.
Blue line it.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3-19.
On 2nd down, Rosen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Here's Rosen to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Vinatieri's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Off play action. McMillan going deep here. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Gone! Over! Hot!
They go play action here on 1st down. Brett's coming, and down he goes. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Gone!
Off the play fake. McMillan And he's
face mask, thank you.
But he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Thanks, dum-dum.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. Rivers free. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
To throw on 2nd down. McMillan. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dewan Smoot in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, McMillan. And he's got his target. That's more. To give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Off-play action. McMillan. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
No, check. Patriot.
Operating from the gun. McMillan.
He dropped the touchdown, bro.
Dropped it in the end zone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. From the gun, McMillan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it. This time doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Set. 319. 319.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Rosen now off the bootleg. Oh, he's able to outmuscle.
You look at that animation he gets, bro. What is that?
Goes for a gain of 31.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this.
Wow, bro.
They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green.
Here's Ajayi. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To throw is Rosen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Now Doug Marrone, with the play clock almost out, says, let's take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Gone. Set. Boom, landed.
On play action, Rosen.
Bang!
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up.
Block,
a
Sonny.
live ball
Use
here,
your block, baby.
remember.
Let's get it
And
up.
they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Well, that pressure came right up the middle. Remember the good old days when they would scheme to make sure that they smacked the guy snapping the ball? And, he had his head down. He's kind of in a vulnerable spot. Rules prevent that now, so you have to go about it a little bit differently, but you can still get pressure there.
And almost always, when you see somebody get to the ball, it comes off the edge, they're able to sneak through the middle of the line. Hard to believe.
Yeah, cardinal rule broken, isn't it? Right up the middle. That's supposed to be a place you protect the most.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. McMillan. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. McMillan. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Check, Patriot! Patriot!
To throw on second down. McMillan, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Throwing on 3rd and long. McMillan. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Gun, 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 gun.
Here's Rosen. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now Rosen looking to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And still don't get to the fucking quarterback.
That time.
No fucking sense.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hot. Hot.
Now it's a giant. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Hut.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Drops it off to Ajayi. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, then you try to take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McMillan toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit.
Off the play fake. McMillan. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw
Come
is
on, bro.
incomplete.
Don't
Sammy
fucking rob me like
Watkins, the
that,
intended
son.
target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, McMillan. Now he'll escape to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Now let's go.
They'll begin the drive with a jive.
Oh, block in the back.
At midfield. The 40. Past the 20.
Block in the back, dum-dum.
He does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
This is a jive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it's Rosen. Flushed out right. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing now is Rosen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. They run with Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Gun! Now let's go!
Rosen to throw. And the Raven pressure.
Got him, coach. Come here, boy.
There he goes. Tim Williams in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. To throw again, McMillan. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Back to throw. McMillan caught left side. Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, McMillan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Watch him now, Barney.
From the gun, McMillan eluding the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12.
Detroit!
Off play action. McMillan. Launching one for Henderson. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down.
Yeah, it's fucking defense, bro.
Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done. Now part 2.
Watch him now, Barney.
First throw in overtime now for Rosen. Sliding out of the pocket.
Thank you,
and it's
bum.
intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Baltimore, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.